Hey guys, it's Benny. I just wanted to pop on real quick and go over the books I read in August. Wasn't a whole lot. I don't know if you can read that. But I guess I had a pretty good month. I didn't really read, I think, the first week because I didn't feel good, and then I kind of blew through a whole lot of books right together, and then I've just not read anything in the last probably week. So I just haven't felt like it. So anyway, these are the books I read during the month of August. Hope you see something you like. The first book I finished in August was 13 Curses by Michelle Harrison. This is book 2 in the 13 Treasures series. I just think it's great. It's great for probably from middle grade up. This is book 2. It continues the story. You follow Tanya and Red and Fabian, where book 1 was more about Tanya and how that she could see fairies. Book 2 more follows Red and Red's journey to try to get her brother back. It is really good. I totally recommend this to anybody that likes fantasy, likes fairy tales, has kids, any of that kind of stuff. So again, that's 13 Curses by Michelle Harrison. My review is up on my blog if you want to go check that out. I'll put the link somewhere, down. So check that out. The next book I finished during the month of August was The Stranger You Seek by Amanda Kyle Williams. This is adult fiction. It is a crime suspense thriller. This book follows Kia Street. She is an ex-FBI agent. Her best friend is on the murder squad at the police department. They get a case he can't crack. He brings her in to help. I really enjoyed this book. I think it's going to be like a full-blown series. I hope it is. The characters are just awesome. Again, this is The Stranger You Seek by Amanda Kyle Williams. This review is also up already on my blog, and I'll put the link down below. The next book I finished in August was Darwin's Children. This is by Natasha Larry. This is about a girl that is a telepath and her superpower family. JC is a teenager. She has telepathic powers. There's a murder. I don't even know how to describe this book to you. This book has everything in it you would want in like a supernatural book. There's vampires, there's a fire starter, there are telepaths, a chick with extra human strength. JC has a hot boyfriend. I mean, it's really good. It took a little while. I mean, it probably took about half the book before you figure out even really what the book, like what the main plot of the book is. Most of it is character building and letting you get to know the characters before it gets to the plot. And then once it gets to the plot, you're like, oh yeah, somebody better get some damn revenge at the end of this thing. And then the end of the book, you're just like, what? Okay. So it's really good. Again, that's Darwin's Children by Natasha Larry. I was really impressed with it. I didn't really care for the cover, but the book, like, don't judge by the cover because what's inside is really good. The next book I finished during the month of August was my friend Casey's 90 Miles to Freedom. You probably recognize her name if you've watched any of my other videos. She's real good about sending me stuff and sending me stuff to do giveaways. She has sent me a 90 Miles to Freedom for a giveaway, so I'll be posting a giveaway video for that here probably a little later, either today or next week. 90 Miles to Freedom is going to be a hard book for me to tell you about. I did like it. I hated the freaking ending, but I didn't hate the ending like it wasn't written well. I hated it because I didn't want what went down like toward the ending to like go down. I can't tell you more about it without running the book for you. Let's just say that I had little tears going, and I don't know. It's about a boy and he thinks he's doing good, and then maybe the good stuff turns out to not be so good, and it is good but it's not safe, and I can't yeah, you should just pick it up. It's 90 Miles to Freedom. It's by Casey Hilton. I'm trying to get it where you can see it good. My camera looks out of focus to me. The next book I picked up this past month was Envy by Greg Olson. I really liked this book. It's the first book in the Empty Coffin series. The book starts out with this chick here committing suicide, or you think it's suicide, and then it switches over and it follows these two twins, which of course they have that power that twins have where they can kind of, you know, talk to each other without talking, and they don't believe that their friend committed suicide. And then so the whole book is them trying to figure out what happened to this girl. It's like Mean Girls meets Telepath meets Inspector Gadget, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. They're just some teenage detectives with some telepathic powers, and it's really awesome, and I can't wait for book 2 to come out. That's Envy by Greg Olson. So be sure to check that out. I think this actually just released the other day. The last book that I finished in August was Incarceron. I actually borrowed this from Casey. This is by Catherine Fisher. It is an older book. This is book 1 in the series. I think the series might even be called Incarceron. I don't know. It is about a future world. It's kind of dystopian, so I didn't think I would like it because I seem to not like those. But it's not really dystopian. It's more high fantasy. There's a prison, and the prison's alive and thinks for itself, and they think that's like the world. Like the government sent a bunch of people into this prison a long time ago to like make the perfect society, and then the prison went amok and started thinking for itself. And I don't even know how to explain it to you. I will tell you that this book took it took like 120 pages to actually hook me. Once it hooked me, I was like, okay, and I blew through the rest of it. But getting to the point where I cared what was going on took a long time. And I usually put a book down before then. So just be warned if you're going to pick this up. It is an excellent book, but like the first bit of it is so slow. But that's Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. I hope my camera is really not that out of focus. I started but didn't finish book 2 in that series, which is Safik. I'm only on like page 40. I started it like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. It hadn't hooked me yet, and I haven't felt like reading much the last couple of weeks. So it might not be the book's fault that it's not hooked me. It might totally be on me, but that's Safik. I haven't finished this yet, so this is also going to be on my TBR pile for September, which I will film in a few minutes. So, those are the books I read in August. I did not have a big month this month, I don't think. A lot of it just has to do with we're back to school and stress and being sick, and I haven't felt like I don't know if it's that I don't feel like reading, or that I've not really picked up anything that I was just like, oh my god, I have to read that. You know what I mean? Like what's out now? Nothing's out right now that I'm just dying to have in my hands. Like it seems like everything I want to read, like I'm waiting to come out, comes out next month. So I don't know. But anyway, that was my reads for August. Thanks for watching. See ya.